There we go, just gonna... Oh, the sound is working well, though. Just gonna move this so it kinda sorta looks like I'm looking at you guys. And then I'm gonna post the rules. There! All nice and tidy, and I can't wait to see what's going to break this time. Oh, the pretzel rocks icon still doesn't work. The name works for some reason. And my other bots are showing up. So yeah, hi, welcome. If you're not, if this is your first visit, hello, my name is Shiro. Usually what I do on these live streams is I do a live stream every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I usually talk about what I did artistically in the past week. Sometimes if there's drama, because I'm a little, and I love me some art drama. I'm not an art community commenter. No, I just talk about the drama a little bit if there's some, and that's it. I don't make it my whole personality, because what I mostly do after that is start drawing my weekly webcomic Bootleg cookie. I live stream it to force me to actually do it on some sort of schedule because I have unmedicated ADHD. That's why I also kind of avoid looking directly at the camera most of the time. Yeah, but when it's time to look at real people, you gotta maintain eye contact. I can do that to an uncomfortable degree, and the uncomfortness is not on my side. I see we have 3 people watching right now. If you want to say hi, now's the time. If you are just using me as background noise, perfect. That's why I try to talk as much as possible. I have a little bit of music in the background, and apparently that bothers at least one person. So we're gonna make that music louder. No. It's just so there's no, like, completely silent pieces, because sometimes I will just zone out while I work, and then I will completely stop talking. I got my, my battering fidget spinner out, so I can't put the frickin' thing down. It's just so nice. It just, like, rolls so nice. It's metal, too. So, there. That's who I was trying to, like, force to comment. I would like everybody to wish a happy birthday to Moderator Coco. Moderator Coco, who has entered a new decade. And I will be making old jokes at them. Because I'm older and I've been there. Like just yesterday, I was co-hosting an episode of the questionnaire with Jay, and like he mentioned that he wasn't like an old piece of shit, and I was like, yes, you are. I'm a year older, but I make it look good. And if you're watching the archived version of this video, once it is uploaded on YouTube, because I don't edit them, because fuck that noise, feel free to comment happy birthday Coco, even if it's not live anymore. Because if somebody needs to be celebrated, it's Coco. You old, I old, we old. Who's putting pronouns in the chat? So yeah, I don't have a lot of hours of sleep in the system right now, because, like, for those of you that follow my social media, probably noticed I did not post my Horror Hostober prompt yesterday. It is currently halfway done. I started this morning on my desk, and as soon as I finish and post that one, I gotta start today's actual prompt, because I don't want to be slowed down too much, because I also have a comic to do. yesterday I had to take almost all of the day to help my dad change a water tank, because our previous one was leaking and now this one is also leaking, but at least this time we know from where. So my dad is just waiting for, we have very hard water, so he's just waiting for the calcium to plug the holes. Personally, I figured probably some plumber's tape or something over all that, or plumber's putty. I mean, it's gotta exist. Also, Connor Radical, sorry, I was thinking Radical Soda, but Connor Radical, the guy who created the Outbound Ghost, who, if any of you remember, I played last year and did not enjoy. He got his game back from the, what's the name of that again? The publisher that pretty much screwed him over. And so, just to try, I re-downloaded the game. And even if during the live stream he had announced that the patch was out, Switch was a little slow for me, so I had to wait an entire day for the patch to come down, and I installed the new patch, and it deleted my previous save file, and I do not care. And I started a new game of the Outbound Ghost. Now, what will really convince me if the patch makes it a better game, that will depend entirely on the final chapter of the game, which is pretty much what I did not like. I'm trying to say this with as little spoilers as possible, but I will say that the patch fixing the loading time for the regular enemy encounters, it does make the game a lot more enjoyable. There were also some spots that I had found during my playthrough, my early playthrough, because I thought when I re-downloaded the game that the patch was coming with it, but no. There were some spots where I could easily go out of bounds, and now I can't. That is a good thing, because it would also allow me like to skip a door or something. Now I can't skip that door anymore, but that's not the end of the world. So now it will all depend on that final chapter how playable it is. I did notice, however, that the special / boss enemy encounters, they still take a while to load, but that I'm going to wait until like I have a whole list of problems with the game before I mention those, because I already reported the 2 problems, the out of bounds thing. That's when I learned that the patch was not live on Switch yet, and a typo on the intro screen. Of course I notice typos. I typo all the time, but I notice them. Years and years and years of Ted Woolsey training. So the intro screen is supposed to say argument, and it says argument. So yeah. I did not notice the first time because I was playing in Spanish. But this time around I was playing in English, and I was like, oh, oh, like the font is this big on the screen. I couldn't miss it. I'm not laughing at the typo at this point. I'm laughing at myself for noticing these. Congratulations to Coco for winning 5 gills on the slots. Now I'm not going to notice as much because we are swapping for the reason we are here, watching me draw and zone out and completely dissociate while I work. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go grab the link. Just going to, there you are. I wish this menu was color-coded, my goodness! I'm gonna go get a link, because Yesterday, my Kickstarter went live. There it is. And I would like to drop the link in the chat if you guys want to go. Oh, one more. Yay! Why don't you go and take a look? There we go. So yeah, the Kickstarter is once again hosted by Lee, the writer to Barbarian Queen Charybdis. I am co-writer, co-creator, and I do the art. I have to mention when I'm co-writer, co-creator, because usually I'm not. Like, I don't write shit on Smack, okay? Sometimes I will poke in and make a change to not necessarily the script, but how Gabe set the panels, because sometimes it's just like, look, we won't be able to read jack shit. But like, there was that one time where I made a major change because I just knew we were gonna get yelled at by the fans. So for those of you who are new here, I also draw Super Mario Adventures Continued, which is currently on break. It is not cancelled. I have to say that for the amount of time I see comments on YouTube telling me that I canceled the series, and I was like, I was not aware I did that. And it's coming back in February, so... But the storyline, Kami Calamity, started as Kamek Calamity. And like, those scripts were written like years in advance, and there was another artist tied to the project. And I had to put my foot down for that. Because now Kamek is known as a loving stepfather to Bowser. So to have him betray Bowser in this story, I was sure that the fans were going to eat our heads right off our shoulders. So I had to put my foot down, and Gabe agreed. But yeah, I have a lot more weight in Barbarian Queen Charybdis. Like, I'm the one that came up with her name. I'm the one that decided what she would look like. And Slink, like, yes, obviously he has some Green Goblin influences. But honestly, they're perfectly accidental, because I was just thinking, like, really skinny lizard, and purple is the complementary color to green. But like, he's wearing like a peasant bonnet. He's wearing peasant clothes, basically. And while we're here with some random trivia, Slink is not hunchbacked. Slink can count as actually pretty tall if he would frickin' unfold himself, but he's not hunchbacked. He's got a, what's the name of that? Kind of like a sail, but on lizards. I know the name in French. Dorsal crest. There we go. That's what he has. Like, you can see he has one on his head, but he has one on his back also, and that's what's pulling on his shirt. He's a cresty little thing. Also, we mentioned this, like, in a couple interviews. Slink did not have a name at first. Slink was supposed to die. Slink was the Joker, in a way, because the Joker died in the first original issue where he showed up in Batman, or like World's Finest Detective, or whatever it was called at the time. In the very first issue where Joker showed up, he died at the end, and Slink was supposed to die in the first episode. Because he was not important. But that was also back when Charybdis was supposed to be a silent comic. But then Slick showed up, and nobody was silent from that point on. And it went, like, from wordless Conan to buddy cop comedy. So yeah, there's a Kickstarter for the Halloween special. It's the first issue reprint, but with added Halloween content. There's going to be one new story and one new side quest. So that's a lot of pages, a lot of extra pages, with some new prints, some new arts, all kind of little goodies. Like, I am so looking forward. Like, I'm working really hard on my story, but I'm actually looking forward to you guys seeing Rob. I'm just gonna say Rob because I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I need to ask him. But I can't wait for you guys to see Rob's pages, because I've seen them, all 3,000 of them, because he's fully drawn, fully rendered, like 5 or 6 variation of each page, almost. And it's mind-blowing, and it looks so vintage and good, and I love it. Oh yeah, and I draw something in it too. If you can't back us, share the link. It's, we're not asking much at this point. But share the link. Share the goodness. Where's my script? There it is. And we're almost halfway through our goal on day 1. So to say that Lee is jubilant. And me, as soon as I'm done with this, and I upload it early and I pre-post it. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon where I post these comics early. And I have a Ko-fi where I post these comics early. Well, that's one name for you. A tune, $24.99. And this is as much as that is allowed to cut sandwiches. He's not allowed to cut little triangle sandwiches when you cut the sandwich twice, because those are lethal. Every time he's made some and it's not Christmas, somebody dies. No, he doesn't poison his sandwiches. It's just... It's ominous. Because... the thing is, he'll make those sandwiches, like, you know, to help the family a little bit, because, like, they're struggling. Of course, they have a family member that's not feeling well, and in my case, two of those were my pappy and my mammy, with a couple years in between. And then it was his own aunt. And then he was no longer allowed to make triangle sandwiches outside of Christmas time. That's why if we were making a party for moderator Coco, he would not be allowed to make little triangle sandwiches. We would like to celebrate her life. That is one giant head. I'm going to shrink that a little bit. You know, big heads are cute, but you gotta be mildly realistic too. Yeah, lunch is always nice. My parents are currently out. They're probably having lunch. I had a snack. I got lobster ravioli. Oh my god, I didn't even know that existed. And now I do, and I'm going to have to look up a recipe. Because if it's half as good as lobster poutine... Oh, it looks nice. Oh my goodness. With a tomato cream sauce. At least this recipe. It does look like a tomato cream sauce. Ingredient notes. I personally love to make my own pasta, which obviously takes some time, but this is so worth it. Just flour, eggs, olive oil, and salt. Ooh, I'm gonna get a hug. I'm gonna get a hug. I'm running away from the hug. Boink. We don't have a pasta machine, so I don't think I would try and force myself to learn how to make pasta. With the crust, because Dad doesn't cut the crust. And that's why Dad is the tallest in the house. He eats his crusts. I'm drawing this and I'm thinking I had somebody attempt to give me constructive criticism today on Divine Art, of all places. I mean, meant well, but the thing is, if somebody says they do not wish to get criticism or to get corrected or stuff like that, you shut the fuck up. But really, like I said, meant well, but if the person does not respond well, you shut the fuck up. Simple as that. It is actually why I never offer criticism unless I am, like, extremely specifically asked to do that. So, yeah. Here's the issue. The drawing they were criticizing was from 2015. And it's a drawing of Muffet from Undertales, and I drew her with 6 eyes instead of 5. But like, it's from 2015. You would think I would learn to correct the drawing by then, you know? But people on the internet, no sense of time. I have time blindness myself, but at the same time, I tend to check the date on art before I open my big fat mouth. And the person said, I think you gave her one too many eyes. And immediately I replied, I think I don't care. That should have ended there. It should have, but it didn't. Before anybody said, hey, you gotta be nicer. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. If anything, that was as nice as I could get. And they replied, she has 5 eyes, not 6. And then I replied with an animated GIF that says, I don't care. The drawing is from 2015. Then they replied again, because learning your lesson is not common on the internet. Just giving constructive criticism. And I replied, on a 2015 drawing after being told I don't care twice. Feel free to draw your own biblically accurate Muffet, and I put in a Muffet animated GIF. Doing the caramel dancing. They meant, well, you could have been gracious. I don't have to be gracious. I know what I look like, I know what I sound like, and people that look and sound like me have been told all their lives to be gracious and to let everything slide and stuff like that. You know what? No. No. I identify as a problem. I was taught to obey, and I obeyed. No, not like that. Well, you know what? Fuck you, I do what I want. And this is why you're single. First of all, false. Secondly, I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna freak out my American readers and I'm gonna put a bag of milk in the comic. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something if I was facing the butcher block. If there's something the Americans love, is seeing a bag of milk in a Canadian comic. Then they can go, how do you keep it in the fridge? Well, we put it in the fridge and then we close the door. Yeah, but then it takes on the flavor of everything's in the fridge. Ah, you guys don't season your milk. Good to know. Now Coco's not saying a thing because she's enjoying her lobster ravioli. As she should. It's her frickin' birthday, she can do whatever the fuck she wants, and I encourage it. Because once again, I identify as a problem! It's good. Yes, show off! I encourage it. It's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, boy or girl. I cannot English today. One of the quotes from The Simpsons that I use the most, and I can't even say it right for Coco's birthday. Goodbye, cruel world. The live stream does not condone self-harm. If you feel like you're in a bad place, please call a number, a friend, a family member that you believe in. Stop making fun of people struggling. I'm not making fun of people struggling. I just don't have a script with me. Because honestly, find me one person today who's not struggling like all the time. And if you name me a billionaire, oh boy, where do we begin there? You have a chef dead though, so it evens out. I do. And I'm a sous chef. I have the paper to prove it. I am one step under him. And since I've made those Bonnie burgers this summer, they're addicted. I had to make some more just yesterday. Yeah, because on top of that, not happy with waking up early, try to get some basic work done, and then cleaning, changing the water tank, and then cleaning up all the water, and then finding out that a new tank leaks too, but it's not the tank, it's where the joints are, so that's not a problem. I had to cook, and then I had about an hour to rest, and then I had to co-host a show. Yeah. Help. And I slept from like midnight to 7 in the morning. I need another hour. Oh, Filtrated Lion, hi! As you can see, because I'm pretty sure you were not there for the re-premiere, we have Stream Avatars back and working. And you're a little imp. You know, I should do some color variations of the imp and the Moogle, at least. Not the characters themselves, because we'll be here forever, but I should do some variant imps and some variant Moogles. Maybe some variant ghosts, too. I mean, I'm allowed. It's my stream. I can do what I want. As long as it's within TOS, but apparently TOS now just means don't be a VTuber. Yeah, if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's some little characters walking around the screen now. Celeste is Coco, Terra is me. Apparently so, awesome. And some of my bots are running around, and you're a little imp. You're a little kappa. It's randomized, so there is a way to change it to a true set of preset characters, but you need coinage by playing mini games and stuff like that. Anyway, it's learnable. It's just for some extra fun and interactivity when I start dissociating and stop talking. It was down for a while because it was stuck in full screen mode and it would not work well. Like it would completely fuck up the display. But now, I can put it in windowed mode again. We can have some fun. My birthday today, so I'm eating lobster raviolis for lunch. Yes, reminder to wish moderator Coco happy birthday. They are now in my age bracket, unfortunately for them. And she reminded me it was her birthday today. Which is a good move, really, because even if I love you to the bottom of my heart, sometimes dates, they just like... And I was like, welcome to my decade, have some tea and Bengay. I'm laughing, but I'm crying on the inside. Like yesterday, it was to the point. Like my back was not hurting that bad, but it was consistent, and even the bed of nails did nothing. That I had to take some very mild over-the-counter painkillers to be able to sit through the interview. Happy birthday, Coco. I'll have some cake for you. Oh, yay. think Coco is holding some cake in her. Yeah, she is. I'll be there in 10 more years. We'll be waiting. We'll be crotchety, but we'll be waiting. I don't need to wrap this thick set frame, not in the size it is. I would need a little bit of rotating, please. Thank you. And mini cupcakes already in real life. Yay! Oh, I made my own cupcakes when it was my birthday. Why? Because I could, and I really wanted some cupcakes. My parents were stuck at work because one of their bosses decided that he wanted to take advantage of the camp after everybody had left. Of course, Mom took it upon herself to have all the guilty feelings for not being there for my birthday, and I was like, I'm still going to be alive after it. I mean, I did do it on purpose, though, because in case anybody forgot, I'm a dick. So I was like, I can't believe I'm going to be on my own on my birthday. My parents going to be working because work is more important than me. I know it didn't bother Dad because he knows I'm joking around, but Mom, she takes everything to heart. And I recently sprained my left hand and in the recovery stage now. I baked a chocolate cake yesterday and it's delicious. Of course it is. It's you. Of course. By the way, the sky is blue and water's wet. Is your left hand your dominant hand, Lion? If it is, I'm sorry. If it's not, it'll be fine. That can't feel good, though. Like I hurt my right hand when I mounted my, I put together my bookcase, my third bookcase. It was like 3 days with an ice pack, and I was like, ah! I need an electric drill. Also, the grass is green. Like I literally have a Google sheet with my wish list of gifts for Christmas. Sounds selfish, but like I don't expect everything on the list. I never expected everything on the list. I mean, let's be realistic with our budget here. But it's actually in a desperate effort so Mom doesn't waste her money. Because she was and she still is on a kick of getting me art supplies that she finds really pretty. But like on Wish and Temu. No, I'm a righty, but I need my left hand for work. Yeah, understandably, I mean, kind of need both at best. Because like there's some stuff that I do with my right hand, like cut with scissors. Did I make a bootleg cookie out of that? When I absolutely flabbergasted one of my coworkers when he asked me to cut something because I was left-handed, and then I said, okay, but you're gonna make a jump, and then I grabbed the scissors with my right hand. It's not because left-handed scissors don't exist. In Canada, they do exist, but my first grade teacher kept taking away my left-handed scissors because there were not going to be left-handed scissors in real life, and she wanted me to learn how to do it right-handed. But keep in mind, they also tried to get me to write right-handed, because it was still of the mentality that the left hand is of the devil, and it's not because they're right means they had to try and train it out of me. Joking aside, I hope it heals fast with as little pain as possible. I'm a terrible person, but I'm not a monster. Like, if I was a monster, that person that criticized a 2015 sketch card, like, I would be like, go and mob them and teach them that they shouldn't talk to me because I'm so good and stuff like that. It's not a thing that I'm insulted because I made a mistake on a sketch card from 2015. It's a thing that I don't care. And it's a thing of respecting boundaries. I still don't want anybody to go and harass them. Because, well, then that would show that I care a lot, but I don't. It's literally just a drawing from 2015, and I know better now, so it's a little late to tell me, and like to really hold on to that, to double down on it. Yes, but you made a mistake. Well aware. Don't care. Not gonna lie though, I am dying to draw like a biblically accurate Muffet just for that with like 50 eyes. Because once again, terrible person. Does not change the fact I am a terrible person. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of people that show up and tell me, yeah, but you're not terrible. You're actually really nice. Oh, yeah, but you caught me on a good day. Like, okay, by default, I am technically nice. I don't know you, so by default, I'm going to be nice. Do something to change that first opinion of mine, and yeah, it goes downhill from there. At least my job is fronting the bill since this happened at work. Oh, hell yeah, workplace injury! Rack in that insurance money! I encourage it, at least. I personally never really incurred any workplace injury when I was working at the video game store. I have caused some workplace injuries. None that got my coworkers to bleed, however. They did that to themselves. Only when you don't want to be nice. Yeah, and sometimes I just come out like I don't want to be nice like right away, but I've had, and this I know are bootleg cookie episodes, where I've had to hit or like outright hurt a coworker because they wouldn't keep their hands or their heads to themselves. Like, you try to go past my boundaries, there will be consequences to your actions. Count yourself lucky you didn't chip a tooth. Because I know what I look like. Like, I'm 5'2", okay? On a good day, I'm 5'2". I look like this. I dress like this. I'm adorable, okay? My drawing glove is not just filthy, but it has a pattern like Sailor Moon's bed in the anime. I'm adorable. I like cute stuff. I have a high-pitched voice. I am tiny. I'm going to get a lot of abuse. And I'm not here for that. I had enough of it when I was a kid. And about the same height because I was a giant kid. So I had a coworker that I had to beat down. I just like saying beat down. I didn't beat him down. He was trying really hard to sexually harass me. And then backing off, claiming, oh no, it's okay, I'm gay. No, you're bi. You're saying you're gay to give yourself an excuse to touch women. Because I identified as a woman back then. And every time I say the word woman, honestly, it gives me a pinch in the heart, and I don't like that to refer to myself as that. Squishes your cheeks, so cute. Yeah, I'm cute, but I bite. So the first times, plural, he kept walking behind me. Like I needed to do something in like this very, very skinny corridor in the office where I used to work before they put me in the section where I wanted to work for like 5 minutes. And he absolutely had to pass behind me and rub himself against me. Oh yes, very gay, very believable. And then he moved up to blowing in my neck. Now, excuse me, if you're not my partner, you have no business in my neck, okay? Like, I have a very sensitive neck, and people would be like, oh, well, if it's that easy, and they would start trying to tickle my neck, but that's the problem. I will simply react if you touch my neck. If you have business there, then yes, it's fun. If you have no business there, it is the worst touch imaginable, and I will bite you. But here's the thing, I'm not allowed to bite at work. So, I gave him warnings. And I told him not to do that. And of course, because, well, he kept pushing my boundaries. Then he kept doing it. And I kept telling him, like, I told him 3 times, okay? 3 times is my limit. And I told him not to do that, and he did again. Told him not to do that, he did again. Pow! I just, no warnings, just swung my head back. And like, once again, I'm 5'2", so imagine how close he had to be to me that I hit him right here. Right on the bone here. And I know it's the bone because it went pock. He was like, ah, that hurts. And I said, I didn't feel anything. I did, but I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction. But once again, because people feel like the need to push my boundaries, he didn't learn his lesson. So during a work meeting, he decided it would be a good idea to sit next to me. And like, he was sitting next to me, but we had our chairs like this because we were facing the representative for Dumoulin, who we were partnering with. Purple guy, those stories are hilarious. It's almost always a different purple guy. Because purple guys, like, they don't deserve a design. They don't deserve to show up. Like, I will fully render Karen's, but it's like a default look for Karen. It's not exactly what the person looked like. So he thought it would be a good idea to sit next to me, sneak up behind me, reach under my arms, because I was sitting with my arms spread and leaning on the armchair's rest, and go over and almost try to cup my chest. And because I'm always nervous, like I can see a lot around me, because I'm used to people attacking me, sadly enough. Yay! Wonderful childhood! So I notice movement, and then I look down and I see his hands. My first reflex was to grab his thumbs and fold his hands the other way. He pulled them away, and then he never touched me again. Did he get in trouble with HR? We didn't have an HR. We probably still don't. I don't know why I say we, because I am not at that. I haven't been at that job anymore for like, I don't know, 10, 11 years now. I know he quit shortly after. No, because of course I was one of the very, very rare not male employees in the shop, so of course. And the other not male employee, she let him do whatever he wanted. Like, she let him outright grope her, like, real good. Then she was like, ha 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 ha. I do believe that was in the same meeting, actually. If not, it was a meeting really close to that one. Then again, reminder that this is the same job that tried to blame me for something I didn't do, and I actually had proof and then didn't talk about it anymore. Yes, boo. So, Shiro, you miscounted the consoles. And I said, oh, did I? And like it was a meeting, so he was probably trying like to humiliate me or something. And I'm thinking like, bitch, I can humiliate myself. I mean, I'm a big person. I'm an adult. Don't let the height fool you. Of course I'm serious. Of course I'm serious. It's sad, but true. You miscounted the console, and I'm like, oh, did I? Yes, you did. And you know, to really drive that knife in the wound he thought he had caused. And we'll have some disciplinary action about that. You have to be more careful. I said, oh, I do I? Just have one question. Just one question. You mind telling me how I managed to do that when I wasn't in charge of counting consoles? And then he started stammering. And then I was like, because I can prove it that I didn't count the consoles. First of all, total, we have like 15, 17 consoles. So if I miscounted them, it was not by much. Secondly, you had us write our initials on the little papers for each section. So, and you had us keep the papers, take them down and keep the papers, so I can frickin' prove it was not me. I'm the only one with my initials. And he was like, oh, maybe it wasn't you. And I crossed my arms and I said, yeah, maybe it wasn't me. Because, I mean, if you gotta blame me for something, blame me for something I did. Like, it's much easier to miscount the CDs, and I was in charge of counting the CDs for the inventory. So, if you want to fuck me over with proof, you know? Don't pick the consoles! Like, you gotta do it on friggin' purpose to miscount the consoles. Like, we had 15 to 17 consoles. I know I'm bad at math, but come on! How did you get a retail job while being bad at math? Incorporated calculator in the till. After that, counting money is easy. Because I'm Canadian, so my money has all different shapes and colors. So I was like, you give me a green and give you 2 purples. So... So yeah, I count money by shape and color. But it worked. It worked really well. Then they started finding excuses to let me go. And that's also a bootleg cookie when I had to pry the information that I was being let go out of his new manager. Then I was mad, but then I realized they gave me 2 days to prep. Don't do that. Don't give me time to prep. I mean, what's even worse now is that now I can work better with improv, but still, don't give me time to prep. I had the time to get, like, really, really mad, and I laid it all on my ex-boss. What was he gonna do? Fire me again? I was already fired by the time we had the exit interview. I had that happen to me once, but the joke was on him because I pulled out the Universe card out and slapped it on the desk. Oh, please tell me you mean that literally. Like, I wasn't going to beg for my job. Fuck that. I was literally watching them struggle to find excuses to let me go. And then they try using those excuses to my face. But I had an answer to every one of them. Until finally he said, we'll just claim that we ran out of hours for you. Well, yeah, I bet you ran out of hours. You gave them all to the new guy. You don't... Your sales are bad. Well, I mean, I can't sell to people that don't exist. The store is empty on the shifts that you give me. It's not like I can go out and pull people in. They're not gonna appreciate that. Absolutely, yes. Yes. When you're prepared with some mischief. When you're the boss of mischief, that's when you're a mischief. Why do you use a ruler for the butcher block, but you draw the Tupperware freehand? Well, have you seen the state of our Tupperwares? I keep those cards in my wallet for any occasion. As you should. I should have some myself. Not like I go out a lot nowadays anyway. I have no reason to go out. You guys know what I like to do when I'm in town? I like to go to the bookstore and I like to go to the dollar store, and that's about it. But the thing is, I like to do those things with my mom, and my mom is an elderly person now. So she gets tired really easily. I don't see the point in going shopping alone. Or I should say window shopping. Like, if I gotta browse, I like to have some commentary. You know? So I pretty much stick to the dollar store and the bookstore. Depending on how good my mom feels. We used to have an Ardennes, that's closed. Because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, if you know what I mean. Gonna have a bit of water. Accidentally swallowed some air, so that's going to be gassy for a while. Then again, when do I not burp on stream? It's part of the ASMR experience. But like, I got no local friends. I barely like anybody local that's outside of my family. And I don't drink. So right there's a lot of stuff I can't do out in town. We love you, gassy or not. Of course you love me. I'm adorable. Like, I'm not even invited to parties, and I'm okay with that. Because I get overstimulated really easy now. Used to be able to fall asleep at parties, but it's less cute when you're 42 than when you're 8. Like, I got no adult things to talk about. Not that I don't do adult things, but I don't want to talk about how I organize my taxes for filing. Notice I didn't go into details when I said I changed a water tank with my dad. I don't feel like talking about that. And sure, I am certain that there are other gamers in town But they don't go out either, so... And the only time old classmates talk to me, I have one that wishes me happy birthday only because we share the same birthday every year. And the ones that talk to me in public, it's because I'm behind a counter and I can't tell them what I really think about them. My online friends, though, oh my god, we got so much in common. The video games, the cartoons, the trauma. I'm making garlic bread to go with the rabbit. Shut up, Coco. No, don't shut up. It's giving me ideas. I'm just jealous. And yeah, I'm going to be drawing myself in my pink bathrobe a lot more if I keep it chronological, because we're in fall now and it's going to be winter soon and it's a little cold in the house, but I don't want to tell Dad because then he'll put wood in the wood stove and then we'll all die of hypotension. Hypotension. Oh, there's gonna be tension, alright. We're all gonna be cooked. That's what I meant. Because my dad will feel cold, and then he'll put wood in the wood stove and light it up, and then proceed to strip down to his wife beater and boxers. And we don't wear underwear around the house like he does. So, like, it's too hot even if we put ourselves in t-shirts and sensible shorts. It's still, like, ridiculously hot. Oh, I forgot to mention when I pulled the card out, I literally said, you just activated my trap card. As you should. As you frickin' should. I hope he was flabbergasted and speechless. I didn't plan on it. I got a free loaf of ciabatta and I have to do something with it. Yeah, I didn't plan on it. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. It's your birthday. Go frickin' nuts, Coco. Treat yourself! And I just got a note. Mom just sent me a little text telling me to have a snack because we're gonna have supper a little late. Yes, yes, he was, and I regret nothing. Yes! I wasn't that creative when I talked to my ex-boss on on the exit interview. I was too busy being mad, and I was making sure that I stayed mad the entire time because I know myself, after a while of him talking, I would have started feeling bad for him. And I was like, no, I have to stay mad. And I have to explain what was wrong on my end. I have to explain... I have to defend myself, basically, and I'm usually terrible at defending myself. Ciabatta bread, I literally can't get that here in the States. Well, around the state, well, in the state I live. Yeah, cocoa is really close to me, so, well, to my country, so that's probably why she can get the good shit. Well, I'm not a fan of ciabatta myself, but the ciabatta we get here is like rock hard, so I know, because I used to cook it. And before you go, well, maybe because you didn't know how to cook it, I mean cook it in a already pre-cooked form at the bakery I used to work at. See, there's a difference. Ciabatta is supposed to be a stiffer bread, but oh my god. Like, I'm pretty sure my front teeth are loose trying to eat that one piece one time. Stiff bread. Stiff, stiff, stiff. Nothing interesting in my mail. Anything interesting in I'm gonna turn the volume off before a video suddenly attacks me. And we're gonna save because it's important to save. Oh, we got 4 people watching. Hello, 4 people. The whole loaf. I think the battery's getting low in my tabmate. Come on. Crash so I can restart you. Still wish this thing was like rechargeable. But Like, it's portable. Why do they not make it rechargeable? No, they insist. Or, like, literally, I have a pressure measuring machine that works, that you can plug it in, and it has a backup battery. It pushed my comment off. This loaf is a soft take and bake kind to desired crispiness. Oh, on top of that, it's a fancy ciabatta. Only the best for moi. Anybody else heard that in a Miss Piggy voice? Just me? Only the best for moi. But I agree, only the best for Coco. I encourage it. Because the rest of the year, her life is so stressful. And she does not deserve that. Especially not at this point in time. She deserves a frickin' break. She deserves all the breaks. There we go. Poor daddy can't pass a day without hurting himself in a silly way because he's a silly boy. It's gonna be so hard to explain it to the cops when he eventually passes away. Like he was telling me, he was talking about the issues with the water tank, and he said, well, I could like not replace the water tank, just replace the fittings and stuff like that. I mean, the new water tank is good for like, I don't know, 15 years. I'll be gone by then. It's gonna be your problem. Where'd you get your sense of humor, Shiro? Well... From the best, obviously. I was like, thanks, I guess. That's one way to learn I'm getting the house. Nah, I always knew I'm getting the house. This house is a DIY paradise, because when we got it, it was a friggin' nightmare. If anything, it's only livable now because Dad put on his big boy pants. And he learned carpentry on the fly. If only to connect the walls to the flooring. So in winter, squirrels would stop sneaking, outright running into the house. If we could afford a video at the time, oh my god. Like, I clearly remember seeing the snow and outside through a big crack between the wall and the floor, and a squirrel just running up, stopping, looking straight at me, and running up the stepladder to the attic. And we caught it because we rigged up a bird cage, a decorative white bird cage, with a single nut in the middle. We caught it, alive and everything. It was pissed off. Then my dad patched up everything he could patch up. And it's also how he discovered that we had a hole in between the outside wall and the inside wall where mice would come in but stay trapped there and not come out. Ask me how he found that out. Tore down a wall and a dozen of little mice skeletons poured out. I'm laughing. He was not laughing. The man is afraid of mice and snakes. He was not pleased. But once again, big boy pants, and he was just like, ugh. I mean, they're just little skeletons now. They don't look like little mice, so... You know what? That's fine. It's like me and zombies. I'm afraid of zombies, but like... in a comic, it's fine. They don't move. It's just paper. I am very uncomfortable with wasps. I'm fine with bees. Like, I will react a lot less violently with bees than with wasps. Bumblebees, I don't react at all. Bumblebees are adorable. Bees is more of a thing of realizing it's a bee, because bees and wasps, when you look at them fast, they got pretty much the same silhouette. Bumblebees, they're pretty easy to tell what they are. Because they're silly and bumbly. Bumblebees I can get away with petting. That's how lazy bumblebees are. As long as I don't hurt them, as long as I don't startle them. And yes, you can manipulate bumblebees without startling them, but I don't think they have enough IQ to be startled. Snob water. I finally have a snob water mug. Well, when I say I mean Mom. The moment that I made the snob water mug an actual thing, she demanded one. And now we got one in the house. I have just not yet gotten to use it because I like really tall cups for my tea. And that's a regular cup. See, you're learning Shiro lore today. Shiro likes tall cups for their tea. That's why they bought the tumblers from David's Tea. Now they use it just to drink water. But we have, like I said, 4 really tall cups. I feel they keep the heat a little better than regular cups. There's less steam escaping. You're like a bumblebee, cute and chubby and harmless if people don't annoy you a lot. Well, you're not wrong. Like, I'm not asking for much. Respect the boundaries. I get annoyed easily, yes. But if you respect the boundaries, I have the patience of a god. Well, I have the patience of a god regardless. Whether that god is Buddha or Ares depends on you. Legend of Shiro. That's why when I'm on Twitter, I try to focus on the art posts. Even if I like me some art drama. And there's a lot of it. But I prefer art posts because people can be so negative. And they love boundary crossing. So I'm on Blue Sky. If anybody wanted a more positive experience. Yeah, more Shiro lore. My little milk bag thingy is blue. And it was molded by my grandfather, Pappy, of course, the one and only, when he was working at a plastic factory. We used to have a pink pasta strainer, the color of my, the way I'm coloring my, my bathrobe right now. But we threw that away last year because it was really crackling up by then. But this thing is holding up really well for something made in like the 60s, 70s. Made out of that early plastic. Because at the time the company my pappy was working for, every new product that the employees would mold and create, they got to bring home. So my pappy like pretty much equipped my mammy's kitchen with as much plastic stuff that he could. It's a new product, bring it home. Try it out. Tell us what you think. Of course, companies don't do that anymore because God fucking forbid they do anything nice. Because that'll eat in their yearly yacht purchases budget. We don't want that. New Tupperware and new Pyrex are so inferior. Well, you can feel that the thickness changed. They don't last as long. And of course, right now, Tupperware is filing for bankruptcy. Well, put more plastic back into your product. I know why they do that. Because if the product is too good, you're not bound to buy more, and if you don't buy more, they're not gonna make more, and then if they don't make more, then they're not gonna make enough money for that new gold-plated swimming pool. Shiro, you're so funny. Haha. Yeah, funny. Very funny. Crying on the inside. Let's see if I can put a little bit of yellow in there. As my dad likes his ham and cheese. I'm gonna leave the cheese green, especially because I'm going to turn that layer black when I'm done. And like that, we can avoid artifacts. May as well get plastic storage containers from the dollar store now. Well, they got Tupperware in the dollar store. Still uselessly cheap. Well, we're almost done. Yep. Saving one last time, having a little sip, and then we're going to put some color in the background, which is not going to take much because I use a template. I'm going to drop some fairies just for fun before we finish the stream. Yay! Whee! Just use exclamation point jump, and if you catch a lot of fairies, you're going to get a lot of coin that you can spend in the shop. I don't want the Stream Avatar shop to use real money. Just want you guys to have some fun with this. Your dad is a cinnamon roll that got nibbled. He is, I will admit, he is. He is absolutely a cinnamon roll. Even if sometimes his little alpha male is showing and he doesn't want to be a cinnamon roll, but he has no choice. Because he is. He is absolutely precious. I talk like I'm not clumsy. I hurt myself in really stupid ways too. Wait, is this for Twitch or can we do this here? We can do it on... Yeah, you can do it on YouTube. It works for both. That's why I got so many bots on the screen, because there's one bot for Twitch and one bot for YouTube. There's more mini games, but like there's slots that you can play. You guys can duel each other, but you need the other person's permission. There's a battle royale, but that's automatic. You have zero control. And then there's boss battles. But I'm kind of hoping to have more watchers before I trigger the boss battles again. Because this is gonna sound mean, but I don't want to participate. Because, of course, beating boss battles nets you coinage, and I don't need coinage, I'm the boss. So I want you guys to have more coins. But if I don't participate in the boss battles, then there's not enough people to fight the boss. Besides, I only have like 2 bosses programmed. But now that the software works again, eventually when I get more time, I'll be able to program more bosses. Bread is done, just crispy enough outside and soft inside. That's how we like our bread. And with that, I forgot to color Dad's pants, and this is why I have this layer. I'm gonna give him dark pants, if only for him to pop out a little more from the blue one, the blue background. Because usually he wears like light wash pants. And I am going to add some snowflakes, some randomized snowflakes. It doesn't matter if they match or not between because this is just my my comic for fun. All right. Alright, we're done for realsies now. Little snowflakes. Hi, Gamer Luap. I'm assuming I pronounced that right. But sadly, you showed up at the end of the stream. I'm about to log off. Because I've been sitting for a couple hours and my butt hurts. So, of course, because we're at the end of stream, okay, Gamer Luap is not showing up on screen, so the problem is definitely the NPC associated with pretzel.rocks. So I'm going to make myself a note to see about what's going on with that specific NPC. I know it's one of the soldiers, I don't know which color. Just my timing, yeah, sorry. I'm not happy with that. The randomizer gave you an NPC that's bugged. And I don't know why it's bugged, honestly. But we are going to move to the end screen. Now I know for a fact I updated that end screen, but apparently it decided to revert itself. I know for a fact I updated that end screen. So we are going to give extra special caramel drizzled, gold flecked chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi. Amber B. Paul K. Misenovis, Sir E. Othered, Carl Bloke, Takashi Kanako, Bad at Multiplayers. And that's it! Because Supreme Crimson Leader temporarily took down their pledge, which I believe they only pledge when the Super Mario comics are updating. But it's their right. They can do whatever they want. But still, thank you. I saw the snowflake, so that's good enough for me. You saw the good part. Good enough. So, of course, next live stream. Let me check. Yeah, that's what. Next live stream is going to be next Sunday, the 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I love you all. And bye-bye.